ending. I feel it has me to live interact with or eyewitness a Sasquatch. Apologies for my tardiness today. I am not home. I am far away in the mighty city of Vancouver, and I'm looking forward to your questions. I posted um, on Facebook and Instagram something that's probably really got people buzzing. Hello, Phil. Thank you for hanging out and waiting for me today. And I'm gonna get right into that. Actually, no, let's not get into that. Um, First of all, I'm working on. Looks like I hate to say this, but looks like I have a done deal with Wild TV. I'm really close to finishing episodes that'll probably be airing in the next couple weeks. So I have to edit them. I've filmed them, and yeah, so they'll go really well. Hello from Central Michigan Bigfoot and Wildlife. Is that new? It was Central Michigan Bigfoot, I thought before. You put the and wildlife in there. And there's the Sasquatch Wizard. Hello. Thank you all. I'm really terribly sorry for being late. Um, that's why I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. And it looks like, even so you guys know, so actually for the fans, the Wild TV might not be terribly exciting for the first episodes because I'm going to do the Adirondacks show. Um, yeah, it's going to be about the Adirondacks. So I'm going to remove those and almost had to LOL. Hey Todd, everybody. Hey Jess. Hello from Hawaii. Man, Hawaii. My goodness. Beautiful Caribbean waters there. I'd like to get back to that. I do love, for me, like wilderness is also, and I know this might sound strange, but the ocean wilds, the sergeant majors and the clownfish and the beautiful coral reefs, the different kinds of coral was something I'm just absolutely fascinated by. It seems, and that's wildlife, isn't it? Must be. They don't call that wilderness. It's ocean something, but I'm totally in love with the ocean. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous and astonishing. But anyways, before I get into questions, so what's really, really big news, I feel like I have a career in Sasquatch because I'm a Sasquatch researcher. That's what I do. That's my number one thing. I'm a writer, director, producer. I've had my stuff on Netflix, but so you guys know, no matter what I do, no matter what direction I go, because I'm gonna do other documentaries that are completely not Bigfoot related, but I'll always be working on or have Bigfoot in mind, or it's where I came from. It's my roots. It's wilderness and Bigfoot. It's how I'll always be honored and proud to say that I'm a wilderness guy. I love the wilderness, and when I go off and do other little tidbits of stuff, off into different areas, um, it was Sasquatch that got me started. And can you imagine? Like I'll be doing let's say I'm actually working on and I'm interested in. I've got the green light for a yoga documentary, just as an example. It's about health and fitness and wellness. It's much more deeper than that. It's like a history of it, but or even wolves. I was going to go do the wolves, the Arctic wolves, totally non-Sasquatch related, and I'll go do that documentary. But no matter where I go, I always go. The people would say, "What got you started?" And I'll say, well, "Sasquatch got me started in filming." How the hell did Sasquatch got you started in film? How the hell did that happen? And the truth is, it's just because I love Sasquatch, and I had to film them to help this facilitate this discovery. I had to film them. I had to edit it. I had to produce it myself. It just otherwise it just wasn't going to work out. So yeah, and now as Corey Duncan has just asked, and I know a lot of people are thinking, and hey Todd, listening from Southwest Washington, I absolutely love Washington. It's such a gorgeous, wonderful state. I can't wait to get back there. And he says, can't wait to hear about your waterfall climbing experience. So the I was just climbing that waterfall, just having some fun. We were getting some cutaway shots of me for the upcoming Wild TV stuff. But what happened was, let's get real precise here. And I'm making a whole documentary about this now. Like looks like I have at least 75 minutes. So this is going to go on Netflix. So you guys are hearing it first here. My whole time working with Sasquatch, I guess tree breaks and signs and things that they do, all my experience it's over 15 years now. I've been devoted to this. I've been a Sasquatch researcher, like devoted to it for over 15 years. They are literally the first definitive piece of communication, because I have theories that the tree breaks mean go here, don't go here, do this. Those are theories, not a theory. Well, those are theories that I can't really substantiate. They're just kind of very speculative, and I'm not solidly, these tree breaks mean go here, don't go here. Those are just theories, and I haven't got enough evidence to substantiate it. I do now. The Sasquatch have literally communicated. This is what I'm going to say for now. They've clearly communicated they don't want people in a certain area. And how can I do this? I don't want to give too much away. There are companies coming in that are going to be doing, I don't know if you call it damage, but they're going to be doing stuff in the wilderness. The Sasquatch have literally made it vividly clear they don't want these people here. They knew the people, basically. So imagine forestry officers and wildlife officers come in and they start marking stuff off. They went in and marked it off. The Sasquatch recognized that those marks meant the industry was coming in, and they have reacted blatantly, obviously reacted. They're doing things I've never seen before. I was out there looking at these breaks and these different bends and twists they were doing, and I'm literally with a colleague of mine, and I'm going, there's something weird about these Sasquatch. Like I've been all over North America. Alabama, I've seen tree breaks. Florida, I've seen tree breaks. Texas, Washington, New York State, all over. Uh, Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, all over the continent. Even people from Alaska. I haven't been to Alaska yet. I'm going to Alaska, but I've seen pictures of clear tree breaks. I've seen pictures of upside down, trees jammed in the ground, and it's clear that the Sasquatch are communicating that they don't want people to come in. They don't want the industry in the area. They're literally clearly telling this. I was able to identify it clearly because they have gone absolutely, how do I say it without swearing? Ape poop crazy. Try not to swear because I know there are younger people watching this. So I've never seen them go so ballistic. And they knew that people were coming. They're so intelligent. They recognized flagging. And now industry is there. And for me, even so, I saw signs of this. Didn't In fact, I didn't see enough of it though. I saw exceptional tree breaks, really in your face, but I've seen that before. What we recognize this fall, where the tracks are, you can look on Instagram and on Facebook. I showed there was a Sasquatch trackway that we found last year before the snow fell. The Sasquatch knew that human beings were coming in, industry was coming in to get into an area, and they went absolutely ballistic with their breaks and bends and twists and snares and things. So I was driving down this mountain with my colleague, trying to think, why the heck? I've never seen Sasquatch do this ever. Like they went absolutely ballistic last year, and we're there going, and industry's here, and industry's come. Industry made marks last year. The Sasquatch reacted to the marks. Do you understand how intelligent that is? They recognized flagging that humans were coming into their woodland area, their forests, and they reacted immediately. And now industry is there now, and they reacted last season when the markers were put up. That's how bloody intelligent these guys are. So the importance, I hope you guys can understand, and I don't think too many people in the world could have done what I did, because I've since I've seen so much breakage, Sasquatch markings, Sasquatch sign. I've been, like over 15 years I've been doing this. I've seen literally thousands of breaks, thousands of upside down, thousands of Sasquatch markings. It took someone like me to come into the area and go, man, this just is too much. Like this is the craziest. Why? And there it was. There's the answer. And this is absolutely enormously significant. This is one of the most important things I've ever done. That's why I'm announcing it now, but I'm really gonna, how many people are gonna watch this video? 10,000 or less? So my little crew of people can know about it, because this is going to be a Netflix documentary. This is one of the most extremely important things I've ever done. Footage is amazing. The evidence is amazing. Showing people Sasquatch is amazing, but I've never even I'm just a messenger for the Sasquatch. I don't think I could ever say that definitively. I want to help them. I believe those markers. I'm strongly convinced the breaks, The structures that a lot of the structures that I've seen, the upside down trees, those are done for people. Those are done so Sasquatch are trying to communicate with us. This is a whole other level where it's so substantiated by the evidence I'm going to show in the documentary that it's really, I'm in my heart, I'm 98% convinced that they are reacting to people coming, and a year before the industry was there, they knew industry was coming because they knew the markers. Do you understand how intelligent that is? There's no bear, ape, orangutan, chimpanzee that does that. It says, oh, look, there's markers that people will be here next year. The Sasquatch did and know. And honestly, it doesn't even surprise me that they're that intelligent. It's what surprises me is that no one has ever recognized this, and the importance of this documentary is so people all over North America and maybe even all over the world can start to see, if you see Sasquatch sign, it's not just the signs that you're seeing. It's now we're able to deduce, hey, if they're going crazy, why are they going crazy? What's happening? What do they know that you don't know? You go into an area, the Sasquatch sign are absolutely crazy. It's gotten 10 times more than it ever has before. And then they open up a mine there and they destroy the whole area, and they build a bridge, or they put a dam up for hydro and block their salmon. Like we've been doing that for a long time. We've been damaging them for over, since we came to this continent, we've been damaging and destroying their habitat. There's no doubt about that. And they've been communicating with us, obviously, this whole time. And for the first time ever, I'm going to be able to really substantiate their communicating to us. And I'm going to make a whole movie about it. And I'm really going to bump every other movie out of the way, because I believe that I can finish this movie in a month or so. And I really left that mountain with my colleague James in northern British Columbia. I just left at the bottom of the mountain. Both of us were just shaking our heads going, there's no other explanation. They know the industry is coming. We could see industry is now here. They knew it was going to happen, and they've been trying to communicate it. And literally he told me right before I filmed one of my segments is, don't hate, because industry is there, and people are going to say, well, I'm versus the industry, but I'm not. I'm just the messenger. It doesn't matter what my opinion is, whether I think, this industry movement in a particular area is a good thing or a bad thing. It's not my decision. It's going to happen. It's done. It's legal. Human beings do this. But the Sasquatch didn't have a say, and they tried to speak up, and nobody was listening. And that's what really hit me hard, is they're communicating with us, and the communication, when I show you what they did, is so freaking obvious. I mean, they were smashing, they were busting trees, they went absolutely ballistic, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it was absolutely crazy. They went crazy, and nobody was listening. And now, we had to go, I literally ran out of camera battery. I had to go back down the mountain with my colleague, drive back up there with a new camera battery to finish it, because most of the sign that they made will be gone yesterday. I filmed it. We made that realization on Sunday. On Monday, industry went up the mountain and would have even destroyed all the sign that the Sasquatch left. They'll chop it down, burn it. It'll all be gone. Everything that they tried to do, everything they tried to communicate, has been completely ignored. And when I show you, when you see in my documentary, how much of communication, how freaking obvious it was, it's actually borderline disgusting, and how we just completely ignore them. Now I'm coming here telling you, with evidence, that there is a species of intelligent hominid people living out in the wilderness, and we are absolutely ignoring them when they try to communicate with us. And that's what I've learned this weekend. Hi, nice guy.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
I'm doing my live show.
I don't.
Get out of here, you punk. I'm doing my live show.
Oh.
We're talking about Bigfoot.
No?
Do you like Bigfoot?
I do.
You like Bigfoot?
I do.
What do you like about Bigfoot?
I do.
You don't know? There's lots of people watching. Are you going to grow up and study Bigfoot?
No?
No? Okay.
I like big.
You likes Bigfoot. Okay, okay, you go see your mom. That's my little nephew. He watches the cartoon Bigfoot, and I try to discourage it. I want to grow up and do something else. Don't do Bigfoot and wildlife and stuff. So, okay, let's get to some questions. Thank you very much for hearing my rant, guys. And that's an example, just so you know. For me, I really adore doing Bigfoot and stuff, but family and my children and my family are absolutely number one in my life. So if you want to learn something about me, family is number one amongst everything. Anybody who knows me knows that. So, but so if you have that, and if you're fortunate enough to have that family, you're very lucky to that, and I do. So I don't take that for granted. So Stephen with a big last name, Cats. I'm so bad at pronouncing that stuff. A while ago, I had a dream about Sasquatch in my dream. One was pushing down trees, so I started recording it on video. It saw me and started roaring at me. I'm a little confused, Stephen. So you say a while you had a dream about Sasquatch in your dream. One was pushing down trees, so I started recording it on video. It saw me and started roaring at me. Is that in your dream? Anyway, interesting. So, can they see me in the dark? Yes. Have you seen their eye shine? Yes. They say cats can see in the dark and their eyes glow red. Yes. Cats can see in the dark. Sasquatch can see in the dark. Even I'll tell you this, something that's very public. The night on Survivor Man when a Sasquatch came rock knocking and woke up Survivor Man, and he woke me up to rock knocking sounds. It was a Sasquatch rock knocking. And the most important thing, except the rock knocking, is it was very dark, very late at night. It was virtually no illumination. And this is Survivor Man's testimony, and I agree. So he heard the rock knocking. He woke me up, and I heard. Actually, Survivor Man woke me up going, "Hey, hi, who's over there? Hi." It was something that primatologist taught me, and I was passed on to him to talk gentle to them and talk nicely. That's what primatologists do with gorillas and chimpanzees. So Survivor Man, I mean, that guy is highly intelligent, picked up every little piece of information I gave him and used it. So that's what woke me up, was him going, "Hi, I'm Survivor." Or he was just talking really nice. I don't remember word for word what he said, but that woke me up. So I heard him talking and I heard the rock knocking. But the most important thing is after the rock knocking, we both heard, whew. We didn't hear boom, 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 boom. We didn't hear crash, boom, bang, like a bear or a moose or a deer running through the woods or an elk. No, we heard nothing but whew. That means, and we heard like whew, from where the rock knocking was, exiting the area. There's only one way out. There's cliffs all on one side. He only had one way to go out. That's where we heard. We heard something moving so fast that it made a whipping sound. I've never heard a species do that. I've never heard a mountain lion do that. I've never heard a bear do that. I've never heard anything run so fast it made a whipping sound. And that Sasquatch did it in pitch black. So yes, they can see at night, because if he slips, I'm telling you, that terrain is nasty. Nothing is going to sprint and run through there. The hills are this steep. Okay? Literally, all the way through there. That's the hills. Survivor Mine and I found a flat spot. We were sleeping on hills that much. I was sliding down into him all night long. He was sleeping right below me. He bumped into a tree, stopped. I kept sliding into him about every half an hour. So we were sleeping like this. Most of the places like this. A lot of it's like this. And then you get the cliffs that are like this, that you fall and die off of. So clear, and there's many, many, many other examples of that, but that's one that's very famous, where it's definitive, 100%. They can run super fast in pitch black through rocky, nasty, very, very difficult to navigate terrain, lightning fast, because they see very, very well at night. And I don't talk about their eye shine, because when people tell me about eye shine, I pick up that it's BS or not, because I know what real Sasquatch looks like when they eye shine. And when people tell me eye shining correctly, I'm less likely to believe them. Bemby says, "Hey, Mr. Standing, didn't see you long time. Hope to see you fine." I'm okay. Hello, Andy. Joe, submit your encounter. Yes, Andy, thank you. That's where you submit the counter. I don't expect Amanda will be here tonight. Joe Roganowski. Is that the hello, Joe? It's not quite Joe Rogan. It's Joe Rogan with a little excellent. No, it's real Bigfoot, probably 5 years old. I caught it in you caught a Bigfoot in a hog trap. Please send that to discoveringbigfoot.org. Oh, actually, there's another place you can send it to. It's bigfootencounter@gmail.com. So I'm sure Phil will write that down somewhere. So if you have information about a Sasquatch, send it to bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Hello again from Delaware. Thank you, Ryan. Hello back from Vancouver, Canada. Have you had any opportunity to research the grassmen of Ohio? Yes, I have been to Ohio quite a few times, and I didn't find anything significant there. I was wanting to know if they are part of the same Sasquatch, well, from or if they are different or something else. Joe, the grassmen, I don't think they're green. I think there is Sasquatch in Ohio. I've heard other encounters and accountings, lots of stuff, and I think the Grassman just got a little out of control because they're not green, and but I do think it's Sasquatch. So Joe will put you there and call you Bigfoot. So Black Onk's cat, does logging do as much damage as mining does? I suppose both industries deeply intrude on the. Yeah, absolutely. Logging, mining. Hopefully we don't strip mine too much. Putting a dam up. Thing is, it's all legal, and I'm not gonna make any complaints about it really, but we just don't listen to what the Sasquatch have to say, and that bothers me. I mean, we worry about the owls, we worry about the wolves. That's great, and that's awesome, and hopefully they're doing a good job with that. I don't know. John Bitternagel told me, he said whenever he worked for logging companies, he felt like he was working for the devil. That says a lot from a good, honest man who would never say. He's just such a good, wonderful, honest man. And I remember looking into his eyes when he said that, and he had to find something else to do because especially on a beautiful place like Vancouver Island, man, they've logged that thing to death. And in that case, what's happened on Vancouver Island, I am horribly against it. I can't believe the damage they've done there, and I wish somebody would answer for that. But yeah, the Sasquatch have no say; they don't exist. That's why even I talked about protecting them a long time ago, because you can go kill a Sasquatch and nothing can be done about it. They won't do anything if you kill a Sasquatch. There's no law that the species exists. They're not going to arrest you for shooting a unicorn, right? So how can they? This is how laws work. This has been explained to me by many wildlife officers. As an example, those crows over there? You can shoot crows all day because it's not illegal to shoot crows. But if you go shoot a deer at the wrong time of year, deer exist, and the law says you're not allowed to shoot deer at this time. When the law is written, then you can act on it. If there is no law and there is no existence of Bigfoot, there's no way to prosecute somebody. So literally, even Canadians can go down to the United States and kill American Bigfoot, and Americans can come up here to Canada and kill Canadian Bigfoot, and there's nothing we can do about it because they don't exist by law. So, do you think the secret agencies know about Bigfoot and they're trying to keep it secret? This is from Joker John Roberts. I know that the American government knows about it. I'm extremely convinced that the Canadian government knows about it. And are they trying to cover it up? They don't admit it's real and they know it's real. And I have no doubt. I'm not going to put any bones about it. I've met with colonels, I've met with helicopter pilots that do border patrol that know about Sasquatch. It was written in the famously in the that atlas. There's a you guys know what I'm talking. Some most of you know what I'm talking about. There's a Washington Atlas about indigenous species. It was written in there for the Corps of Army Engineers. It's way beyond that, though, guys. Way, way beyond that. They've captured Sasquatch. They've had Sasquatch bodies. It's all been done. And I have this. I just John Bitternagel taught me this. That why do you take something that's paranormal and put a conspiracy beside it? You're just making it worse, right? It's already paranormal. It's already over here. Let's not make it worse. I'm trying to get people to accept the discovery. I don't want to make it more paranormal. I don't want to make a conspiracy attached to it. But I'm not going to lie. These are facts. So Todd, when you can open up a Bigfoot research center, can I have a job there? Well, honestly, I'd like to have a Discovering Bigfoot Research Center in most states in the United States. That's actually a goal that I'm really thinking about. I've just had so much personal crap go on in my life. I mean, I've been destroyed personally by family court. Like my life has been annihilated. My children's lives have been annihilated by family court, and it's destroyed me in the past 2.5 years. Like it's totally annihilated my whole life, and it's not even COVID. COVID has done very little to no damage to me. I haven't really been affected by. Well, I'm affected by it, but comparatively to the disgusting system we call family court and family law, it absolutely annihilates fathers' lives, and yeah, it's horrible. So otherwise, I would be so much further ahead. But and again, the world has been devastated by COVID. So it's been a nightmare. So we need to get out of this rut, and I need to get out of it. And I'm fighting to get my children's lives back on track, and the world is fighting to deal with COVID and find a way to get the economy back going. So Sasquatch Adirondacks. Good day, Jonathan. Todd, certain it would seem a certain area would be very valuable to Sasquatch. Do you think it's food, or could it be sentimental scarcity, like Native Indians have burial grounds? I'll tell you something. Sasquatch wizard. When I go, so just for me personally, as an example, so it's James and I. That James is an expeditioner, a colleague of mine I work with now. He's the one from northern British Columbia that took me up there. When we see the industry coming, I don't live there. I barely ever, I probably spent, honestly, less than 20 hours in the area. It breaks my heart to know the industry's coming. Breaks my heart. And then in places where I've done research for 10 years, like in radium, they came in and logged an area. I've never gotten over the pain of it. I don't know how to explain it, other than just every time I go past there, it's like a war zone. Like there were beautiful old trees there. It was gorgeous and wild. And every time I drive down that road, I don't even recognize the area anymore. I don't get lost, but I feel lost when I'm there because that beautiful forest is gone. It hurts my heart. Like I could get teary eyed thinking about it. Like that beautiful forest has been annihilated forever. My children's children will never see those great old trees. They're gone. You know what I mean? Like literally my children will have children and never see trees like I saw 150, 200-year-old trees gone forever. Gone. That forest will never recover. Never. It won't. And they'll log it again probably in 50 years. You know? So that's how I feel. I can't even imagine how soulfully damaging that is to a Sasquatch. And the truth is, I just be speculating. Does it destroy their food sources? Does it take away I don't know. But because I'm not a wilderness master like they are, like the native people would look to Sasquatch. The term Sasquatch, I believe, is wild master, the master of the woods. So we really would have to talk to them. But one thing I'll tell you from the superficial closeness that I had to radium and how broken my heart is forever seeing those trees gone, knowing I can't take my daughter out there and show her those wonderful trees. There used to be trees over the river, beautiful glacier river that was just gorgeous. You drink the water, it's the cleanest, most amazing water. Ancient trees with their roots all gone, gone forever. It just hurts my heart. Really, really makes me feel bad. And the Sasquatch, I guarantee it's 20 times worse what they feel. So, and I want to learn. And that's what's so exciting about this recent discovery is I finally really have like we're looking at the structures, we have theories and stuff. This is way beyond a theory, guy. This is literally like I've been seeing A's and E's and I've been seeing the vowels and all the continents, everything else, the whole alphabet fell into place. And now I'm starting to get it. And it's like I went from out of 100, I was at one and twos, and now I'm at 10. And the door opened, and now I can see the light. That's how I'm not exaggerating. Like this is real evidence. Evidence. They know, and they are clearly communicating, and they're trying so hard, and we don't get it. And I've never been in a spot where industry. I've never ever been in a place where industry was coming. That's what happened. That's the miracle that I was able to. And I'm using this word that Jeff Meldrum taught me. This is so fortuitous. I don't think, again, I don't think anybody in the world could have picked up on this language other than me. Even I just don't. Even people that are well experienced. It took someone that's literally been trained by Jeff Meldrum, John Benedict, Survivor Man, the native Northern Cree Indians. Read Ian Redmond's book, Diane Fossey, Jane Goodall, primatologists, all kinds of people. All the expeditions. I felt like everything I've ever done was all about at last Sunday. So I got it. I get it. I'm here to tell you the Sasquatch are vividly trying to communicate with people. Please listen to them. And that's what my documentary is going to be about. It's about listening to them because they're trying to communicate. And Jonathan, I don't know specifically the answer to it, but it's powerful. It's powerful what they're trying to communicate. When they go ballistic like that, they really didn't want industry. They wanted people to stop. And human beings went, don't give a crap. Completely ignorant. I guarantee you, people went in there, it's already done, and they destroyed communications from Sasquatch. They didn't even know it. Didn't mean nothing to them. And the Sasquatch are up on the hill going, what the hell is it going to take for these people to listen? And I'm here telling you, I'm the messenger now. Because of you people, because of Survivor Man and Jeff Meldrum and all the people that have helped me, all the people whose shoulders I've stand on. I'm here to tell you the Sasquatch are talking to us. They're communicating to us. This is not a good message, but I'm here. I'm a messenger, and I'm going to put that documentary together for the Sasquatch, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to let you guys have a little peek through the looking glass into the bigger world of they are communicating to us, and we have to please listen, please. So, obviously, you can see I'm very passionate about this. So, you think they want to be our friends? Yes, absolutely. They want to mentor us. They want to help us love the wilderness. That's what I see in them. So, and I don't think that. I know that the Sasquatch are really good to me. If you're open to the wilderness and you love it and you're passionate about it, they're gonna. Dads can understand that, right? You teach your children, grandpas, family. We're talking about family today. Don't you have the desire to teach your children or your family or people you love your passion? You want to pass it on to them? And that's what the Sasquatch do. They're passionate about the wilderness. They're passionate about nature. They love it. They adore it. They just cherish it with their every ounce of being that they have. And they would love to pass that on to you. So yes, they want to mentor us. They want to befriend us. They want to teach us. They want us to I don't I don't know anything, any being anywhere that's anywhere nearly as free as a Sasquatch is. It's one thing I can tell you about them is they know freedom. They don't put clothes on, they wake up and roll out of their tree off the grass and they go forage and find their food. The more I learn about them, the more I've realized what a free species they are. And I'm not free like that. And I don't and I know you're not either, so Joe, a 5 or 6 year old would be. Well, no, I'm gonna disagree with Ron. I think a 6 to 7 feet tall, pushing 350. No, I don't think they're that big at 5. I think that'd be more around 9 or 10. Would be my guess. Yeah, 6 feet tall would be a 9, 10 year old. I have my numbers down, but 5 year olds, I don't think 5 or 6 year olds. I don't think they'd be more than 4 feet tall and less than 200 pounds. Remember, like the way human children, like that little, my little, that's Ulrich. That's my nephew. I just love him to death. I'm here with my nephew and niece in Vancouver, and yeah, he's so tiny. He's 2, and by the time he's 5, how tall will he be? Like 5 year old children, if you triple their weight, what's a 5 year old child can't even be 60 pounds. So times 3, 180. So I would think a 5 year old it'd be big for a 5 year old to be 200 pounds. And I think they'd be big if they were, 4 or 5 feet tall, in my opinion. So I need to really look at my notes and I do have those numbers kind of down. So, I do have all that notes. I really got to start sharing that a lot. I feel remiss. I just have so many things going on. I'm struggling right now just to deal with the family law issues that I'm going through. It's just been a horrible struggle. It's taking 40 hours a week of my life. And yeah, everybody's talking nice about my nephew. Yeah, he's a sweet little boy. He's awesome. I'm uh, I'm really honored to be his uncle. He calls me uncle. Yeah, it's an honor to be called uncle. Joey, want to see you and Bigfoot having a picnic? Yes, I do. Would love to see that. CIA, FBI, Todd, do you think they know and don't want us to know? Hmm. I know the military knows. I don't know anything about the CIA or FBI. I just know the military 100% knows. I've never heard any evidence of the FBI or CIA in any way, shape, or form. And excuse me. The FBI has the X Files. That's legit, isn't it? So, but I don't know anything about that. How long do you think Bigfoot live? 50, 60 years. I think their lifespan, just because of dentition and because of how hard the world is out there for them and their size, I don't think they could live like a big dog lives a shorter life than a little dog, right? And uh, and life is hard for a Sasquatch, man. It's not easy. That's a hard way. So thank you for your prayers, Helen. Cameron. So, this is all talking back about my little nephew coming in. He's very handsome. Do you believe they can clear? You believe they can see clearly in the dark? It's a good question. How clear do they see in the dark? Because, if you can just see okay and you know the terrain, you've been there 1,000 times at your home. So I don't have Central Michigan Bigfoot, so I don't have I don't have an exact answer to that. I don't, based on the level of glow in their eyes, excuse me, I don't have any water. It's a low glow, so I don't think they see. I don't think like a mountain lion, man. When I see their eyes, they're like bright, right? Cat's eyes are bright. I've seen no evidence to say a Sasquatch has bright vision like that. In fact, quite the contrary. But I think they see good. Uh, yeah, I think their vision would be not great. I think a mountain. So this is the way I would. So there's like poor, mediocre, good, great, excellent. So I would say good is just it's my speculation. By the way they move in the dark, it looks like they see fantastic, but just based on the very low, like when I shouldn't be talking about this because I don't like giving people too much information, just to help me with identifying fake from real sightings. But I'll look at a Sasquatch. It's dark and I'll be looking. I've done this with expeditioners. I look and look. And it's a really low glow color that I look for. It's very, very faint. And I'll almost get hypnotized by it. I'll look at it and look at it. And then I see this. And then I know. And you see my eyes go, oh! And I'll tell you, I remember with expeditioners, just even last year, we had a Sasquatch staring at us. I was looking, and is that a glow? Even it's also difficult too because I'm by the fire. It's at night, and my eyes are having difficulty adjusting. So it's part of the reason they come around is I'm so lit up in the fire and they're dark in the wilderness, right? So maybe if my eyes adjusted to the darkness better, I would see it better. But actually, that's not the case either. No, it's a low glow. So capture Bigfoot in the arena. Okay, thank you for that. Do you think the lumber industry has something to do with Bigfoot cover-up? Well, money does, right? Of course, money does, but I don't have any evidence of that. So, Todd, do you think Bigfoot have telepathic abilities? No, I know they have their extrasensory perceptions. Absolutely, yes. I know they do. I have significant evidence to substantiate that. So, yes, I don't think they do. I know they do. Also, have another question. Thank you, Joker John Roberts. Do you think Hollywood's Predator movies are low key about Bigfoot? No, I don't think so. Maybe they're trying to make us think Bigfoot is an alien? No, I don't think so. I only watched the first two Predators and I quite enjoyed them, but I don't see a connection for Bigfoot. Todd, we've known this since '75? Oh, well, good. Thank you, Ron. Andy, Brian, no one knows for sure, but most feel Bigfoot's lifespan is less than us. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So, open to the court case on Bigfoot you were working on. I'm gonna still work on that stuff. It's just kind of in hiatus right now. That is COVID related. How well do you think they mimic sounds in their own area? Loved your document. Thank you, Bradley. They are amazing sound mimickers. I have never seen a species, I've never seen any human anything that could make Sasquatch mimic sounds like Sasquatch. It is outstanding. It is unparalleled. It's unprecedented how well they make these mimicking sounds. Brian Strong, in my opinion, it would seem that Sasquatch live a range of 1 second to maybe 50. So if you say into about 50 years old, I would agree with that. But then, of course, there's statistical outliers. They're the ones that live older. I would think they live around 50, 60 years. in between there would be a very average lifespan. But and there's one that I know of, an old one who looks. If I was to guess his age, I would think he looks 65. There's an old Sasquatch who's gray. Gray and white are his colors. He doesn't have black on him. He's gray and white. He's got skinny legs. His legs are slim, like an old man's legs. He has that old man movement. Actually no, he doesn't look terribly agile. I'm not gonna lie. He can move fast. I wouldn't want to race him, but he's completely. I started looking at older people and realizing, as my dad got older, his legs got thinner. Hey guys, I'm doing the show. Okay, come back in a minute, okay? Love you. Yeah, but yeah, so I think there is one that's older, but again, that's probably not likely to be an average lifespan. Steve Henderson, they definitely have yeah, Royal Creations, and telepathy is not paranormal anymore. See, before John Benedict would give me heck for talking about it, because again, I'm taking something paranormal and making it more paranormal. Well, telepathy isn't paranormal anymore. Third Eye Spies, the movie is real. Telepathic ability is absolutely real. Universities are studying it. And if you are still thinking that telepathy is not real and extrasensory perception does not exist, now you are living in the dark. You are in denial of truth and science. It exists. It's real. I don't have any trouble. I can sit down with the biggest skeptic in the world and in 5 minutes convince him he has extrasensory perception and he didn't even know it. So, and I work on my extrasensory perception like a muscle. I train for it. I have a lady who I've been very remiss speaking with, who was mentoring me and teaching me, and extrasensory perception is very important. It's something you can work on and get better with. I have an ESP trainer that I got from the gentleman who wrote the movie. Was the man responsible for the movie Third Eye Spies. He gave me an extrasensory perception trainer, and I use it, and I've gotten better. My scores are improving. That means my extrasensory perceptions are increasing, and it's real. It's legit, guys. 100%. Have I had any opportunity to? Oh, I did that. This is Kelly Burns from Pensacola, Florida. Hello. If you're open to Bigfoot Research Center, will you let me work there? I would eat much. Well, that's awesome. Randall Sanders. This is Kelly Burns. So Randall's is Kelly. And I appreciate that kind of passion. And that's wonderful. I'd love to make that happen. I hope it's in the not too distant future. Something I'm very devoted to. They're interdimensional, and that's from Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. They're invisible, interdimensional, period. And I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. But I appreciate and I respect your theory. I have never seen anything to substantiate that. And I know about interdimensional. Like if you're traveling from one dimension to another, does that mean you're going from the third dimension to the fourth dimension? Because if you're talking about a third dimensional being going into a fourth dimensional, then that's crack. That's crazy. That's crack. There's nothing real about that. A third dimensional being can't exist on a four-dimensional plane any more than and I know about this stuff. I studied physics. I've worked with physicists. So when people start talking about a three-dimensional being going to a four-dimensional plane, they don't exist. A two-dimensional being can't exist on a three-dimensional plane. We know this. So and that is really taking things. You might be right. There might be some truth to it, but where's the evidence? And people don't believe me that Sasquatch is real, so I can't be talking about interdimensional stuff. The ninja tribes of North America and Canada. Oh, that's a good way to explain them, huh? Thank you for that, Ryan. Randall says, are you going to be coming to Florida? COVID has stopped me from coming to Florida. And I have it in the plans. Absolutely. I can't see me not getting to Florida. 2021, I'm coming to Florida, unless COVID stops me. I was doing it November of 2020, and COVID didn't allow me to do it. Central Michigan Bigfoot is it's the only thing that explains how they found so many rocks to throw near me last fall. Good. UFO, don't waste your time. Okay. Thank you for your perspective. What is your total desire out of Sasquatch? What's my total desire outside of Sasquatch research? Just want to be a dad. I love my children. I want to be a dad. Outside of Sasquatch research, yeah, that's I want to make the world a better place. I love the planet. I love being a human being, and I will always try to do things to make the world a happier, healthier place. Not just for my children, because I love humanity and I love being a person. I think you got to love your own species, and there's wonderful greatness in humanity. I know there's lots of darkness and things are messed up right now, but it's a gorgeous planet, and I love being a human like a Sasquatch loves being. I love technology. I embrace it, right? So, um, how do you feel? Structures or portals too? See, yeah, and maybe you're right, but I don't agree with that. And he says if the government knows them and many have one, they may be trying to figure out how they're collect. Oh God, Andy, yes, so much. Keep it clean, guys. Kids are here. Thank you, Kyla. Kyla is the mother, a devoted, loving mother, and yeah, keep it clean here because there are young. There's a young gentleman coming up with me this year that I'm excited about from the UK. So my first young person under the age of, I don't think I've had anybody under even 19. Kyle is pretty young. I went out with Kyle in New York, but nobody under the age of 18 will be my first under 18 person. I've been uh, people have tried to convince me a couple times, and I've been agreeable to it, painfully. But yeah, that'll be my first young person. So Chris says, Todd, when are you going to do another Bigfoot expedition? Will it be in? So it's Canada. I'm going back out end of May. I've already been scouting for it. I mean, yeah, and I'm getting back out in the bush, getting my feet wet, and expeditions are on for it's June. I have so May end of May is my first one. I actually have people coming out with me, and then I got June, July, August, September, October. That's all expeditions in Radium, Canada. So encounters will be sent to the website. Yeah, encounters can be sent to the website. Well, that's fantastic, and use that. Uh, www.discoveringbigfoot.org via contact page. There you go. So yeah, just go to my web, and my website is www.discoveringbigfoot.org. My movie's called Discovering Bigfoot, and .org is the website, and go to the contact page there. That's where you get bigfootencounter@gmail.com. And we would love to hear about that stuff, guys. Please. That's wonderful stuff. So, oh my God, you just made my night, dude. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. You're welcome very much. um, Hello, Todd. Greg from Indiana says hello. Hello, Greg from Indiana. Joe, do you have pics? Yeah, and if Joe, you do, I'd love to see that stuff. Evidence. I like to say, what evidence do you have? So, multiple eyewitnesses are evidence. Audio recordings, photographs, videos, obviously, evidence, physical evidence, scat, hair, blood, tissue samples of any kind. That's all evidence. I love evidence. Todd, does Predator movies equal Bigfoot? Yeah, we asked that already, and I don't see a connection. Um, I don't have video, but I can take some. Yeah, Joe. I mean, I think video is probably the best thing. And nowadays, all videos are pretty much all recorded in 1080p, 4K, full frames. It's not interlaced anymore, so that's wonderful. Yes, and if you'd like to make a donation, all the donations that are through Patreon or through my website go to legitimate Sasquatch research. I am a full-time Sasquatch researcher. This is my job. This is what I do. You see me smile when I say that. I'm very proud that I was able to work myself up to this, and that's what I do. Hill says, "Light, let's go to Joe's barn." Free Healthcare Canada. That is correct. I like to laugh. I like to laugh. I'd like to come to Joe's barn. Joe's having great. Hey, Joe, congratulations on your success. For real. Looking forward to your next major expedition video. Yes. Yes, me too. Aliens have clearly had contact with Bigfoot. Wow. Okay, there's a big statement. Aliens clearly have contact with Bigfoot and probably have conducted many experiments on them compared to us human beings. I guess might be able to deduce that, right, Nick? I don't have any evidence to support that, but I think that's a fairly safe statement. Keep less in the circle. He's not sleeping in a camper after the video stops. Best decision you've ever made, Todd. Yeah, Les Stroud's amazing. He's totally amazing. Can't say enough good things about Survivor Man. Yeah, he is amazing. So he's always welcome at my fire. The Sasquatch documentary on Hulu fooled me. I'm sorry to hear that. Predators based on the truth. Very interesting. Joe R., you seem to release him back to his family. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks for the appreciation. That's John Curtis. Just said, "Hey, I love you, Todd." Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just do a couple more questions. Pondering Space Ape. Hey, Todd, you mentioned in a previous video the one Ina's experience with Kubota. Yes, that the dominant male spoke. Did the language sound similar to ancient or modern Cree? Yeah, I think so. I think there was a Cree. I've heard it, but I'm jaded because I know Cree. I've heard people speak Cree. And I'm just trying to go off just memory because I wasn't there. It's just what was told to me. Ina, Kaboda, Iha, Ina. And I haven't spoken to many people about that. There was one word in there that I didn't know, and I haven't gone and interviewed elders about it that I want to. So I haven't had enough time to go and meet with elders. Again, I've been just since I found out about that, it's been COVID crazy. So yeah, but that's thank you for reminding me of that, because I really should go get the actual precise word that was spoken and see. Maybe that means Kubota put Ina, or maybe the word means down. Kubota down Ina. Maybe it means something. Can you imagine if we could find something like that? That would be so amazing. So, because he put her down, boy. He put her down. He went and chased her. He latched onto her. He picked her up. He ran off with her. And the big guy came out and said, "You put her down." And he pointed to the ground and Kubota put her down. Because you listen. Otherwise, there's going to be hell to pay. Because the big dominant male, he's a beast. He'll flip your truck. He'll throw a 700-pound boulder at you and crush your truck, crush your camper. You take on one of these Sasquatch, and I don't want to be there. Bye bye. You're on your own. See you later. I've seen what these guys can do. Oh man, the Sasquatch are powerful, awesome beings. Kubota's a beast. When Big Daddy came around and said, "You put her down," he put her down. He wasn't happy about it. He didn't want to put her down, but he put her down. So let's end this show with just one more question. Ryan says, "I knew immediately when I saw a picture of Jake that it was the best picture of." Oh, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Ryan. I'm very, very proud of that. I'm so proud of it. I look back on that, and yeah, it's been an honor to do that and film that. And you know what? You know what, Ryan? That's for you, man. That's for all you people. All my footage is for you people. It's to help this discovery move forward. If you care about this discovery, if you're passionate about this discovery, it's for you. The documentary is for you. I directed it, I produced it. The Sasquatch were the stars of it. I don't own them. And the Sasquatch wanted out there. Let's discover Bigfoot. The Survivor Man episodes, I did it for you people. I did it for the discovery. If you care about the discovery, it's ours. It's not mine. It's ours. You're a part of it. Talking to people about it, showing pictures, having faith, sending me good, feelings. That stuff matters. So it really, really matters. And I feel it. I feel that passion from people. I walk around. I believe. Let me tell you. So I'm going to end the show with this. When I first met Survivor Man, I I hadn't seen many of the Survivor Man episodes. Of course, I knew what he looked like, but when I first ever met him, I walked into the room and I knew he was in the room. I knew someone powerful was in the room, and I knew what direction to look. And I looked over him. I didn't even see like his face. I just saw like a side profile. I knew that was Survivor Man. I could feel his energy, because I think millions of people are watching him and thinking about him, and I think that energy goes back to him. I think he has that power. I think that's why I take Survivor Man out, and he has tremendous success with Sasquatch almost every time, and that's not normal. That's unheard of, really, because he has so much power. Because people are always watching Survivor Man, thinking all over the world, and he's got good, positive energy. People are thinking about him with adoration and respect, because he's a great man, and you can I felt it. And I'm not much of an empath. I think most people would agree. You just can feel it. That if you met Brad Pitt or Robert De Niro, you'd probably feel that power. You just kind of know their celebrity. And and when you think about me, and when you watch my show, and when you're smiling, well, that's cool. I'm one of you. I'm one of your community. I'm a human being. We're human beings. You're part of my tribe. When you put out that good energy and you have good feelings about me, I feel it and it comes back and it helps this discovery move forward. I hope you understand that. That's why I'm so grateful for my supporters and my colleagues. I'm so immensely, my circle is an amazing, happy place, and I'm so happy there because of you guys. So heartfelt gratitude for all you people supporting and thinking good thoughts, because I feel it and it makes me powerful, and that makes us powerful. Does that make sense? Your power goes to me, and I give it right back to you. So this is uh this is not about a single human being. It's not about it's about us. It's about our discovery of our brothers. The Sasquatch are the closest living hominid species to us. They're likely the same species, and my devotion and love and passion is for this, our closest living relative, if not our brothers and sisters, to recognize them and have them help us get back on track with connected to the wilderness and to the wild. And so it's all for you guys. Take that stuff, share it. You don't even have to. It doesn't matter who shot the footage, where it came from. Whatever. It's you've seen it and you believe this is real, and there's significant evidence to substantiate the truth that these photographs are real. And I'm not saying take my word for it. I say come out with me and I will show you a Sasquatch. And I think that's a powerful statement, because I'm willing to. I'm not just talking the talk. I walk the walk first. As as Jimmy Chilcott was the first man to tell me this. Jimmy Chilcott was willing to work with me, and he's the man who analyzed Sasquatch tracks and saw that the dermal ridges are from, and said that the tracks are of an indigenous living species based on the ridge pattern and the ridge flow pattern. Unhoaxable. And it was Jimmy Chilcott, the first time ever, that he realized he saw my stuff and he looked at and he said, I'll work with you and I'll help you prove they're real in a court of law, because, sir, you are boots on the ground, and that's what this discovery needs. So, and that's what I do. That's my work. Right now, I'm talking and I'm theorizing because I love theorizing. I love what Jeff Meldrum and science represents. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's part of who I am. But number one is I am boots on the ground, get her done, and I am thoroughly grateful for your support so much. It's our discovery, guys, and we'll. I think the odds of me coming back next week are very strong. So I'll work on that documentary for you guys, and I'll work on the wild TV stuff, and lots of new information coming out, lots of good footage. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for tuning in.